Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. This is a live stream that I set up. I've been wanting to do it a couple times, but for different reasons, health and other reasons, I put it off. Decided to do it now since I had some time. Let go of it without a whole lot of notice. So I want to thank you all for coming and being part of the live stream. And as always, I've been helped by my technical expert over here. Thank you, Frosty.
Of course.
A car, a car.
Of
Okay,
course.
so I want to say hello to everyone here. This is a new format for me, so bear with me as I do this. Welcome, Neil, and aspiring alchemist, who's my very, very dear friend who has my back almost as much as Frosty. Uh, but she's prettier than you are. So, scrap metal racing, West Coast Texas stacker, Zaphael, Kinomine. Let's see here. Did I miss anyone? Larry Singh, Metal Matt. Welcome, Metal Matt. Um, Kevin Hawthorne. And I think we got everyone. So I got your text, AA. I was setting this up so that I could learn how to do this. Frosty did this long before StreamYard ever offered this as an option. And to listen to him tell the story about the setup, it was highly involved. Does that sound about right?
Yeah. Um, what we have the capability of doing right now is it's unreal, like super easy. Um, it's a full production the way that I had to build it. Two streams, two stream keys, two chat sessions. Um, you had to design two separate views, all the transitions. Um, yeah, it was way more complicated than it is now. So it's cool to be able to walk through this and with just like 10, 12 clicks, you're set up and ready to go. It's a really cool system.
I've actually watched you do that. We did a couple things together, and I never told you this, but watching you do that made me think about having a checklist back when I was flying, and you had to build your own checklist where a lot
Oh,
of the
absolutely. Yeah.
where I
There were about 45 to 50 processes that had to be done. Why? Well, there's two reasons. Number one,
what was saying was when I with me on an airplane, they come with their own checklists. You were learning and building your own checklist that you later had to follow. But watching you follow was like, oh my gosh, that's like going through a complicated setup with a more complicated airplane.
yeah, I was definitely an early adopter of the two streamings. There were people obviously that had figured it out and done it before, but it was cool. But now you can do it really easy. And the really nice thing about it, one, in vertical mode, you get to find people who, they're doom strolling, they find something they're interested, they listen to the conversation, they have fun, they enjoy the conversation, and they may scroll on, they may stay onto the page, whatever.
Hmm.
Because you guys have been there, you're scrolling through it, and it says, join live. You click live, now you're in all live feeds. So, it helps you design, figure that out. Um, there's a lot of cool things that you can do with streaming in two different fashions. Plus, you get to reach out to more people in the view that you want. If you want to add, or if you want to go to the live stream, you just simply click on Tiger. You go to live; it'll show you the two. You just click on the other one, and then it's in the mode that you want. So it's really conducive to the viewer, whatever you want to see. If you are on a tablet, not your computer, or watching it on TV, and you want to change, you just go to Tiger's main page, click on live, click on the size that you want to see, and done. So it really is good for the user.
Now, one thing's because I know that you're not the biggest fan of StreamYard. We've talked about me going to Restream, which I'm still planning on doing that, but combination of having to change my debit card from Tiger Stacker, the business, um, caused some payment issues with Restream. My question is, does Restream do this combination, or is that just strictly a StreamYard thing?
Restream has the capability of doing one, either, or both.
Okay.
But when I was doing Restream, again, Restream was pulled from something like this. Neither one of them had the dual streaming in their software. Restream had it first, and then these guys came out and they nailed it. They did a really good job. Um, StreamYard is about 2.5 times more expensive than Restream.
Yeah. I'm
That's one reason I left. Plus, they want to control your audio, and it was wreaking havoc. There was about 2 or 3 months where the audio on my channel was horrific, and it ended up being that yeah, that's exactly right, Zephiel. OBS and StreamYard just continually fought each other. They both wanted control of my resources, and it was not good. So I had to separate from that, go to Restream, because Restream allows you more controlling anonymity. You can turn off that self control, and you can just do that all in OBS. It's way more efficient,
so
but
OBS gives you more control.
way more control. Now, here's the thing. What's up, Larry? Good to see you.
Hey,
Um,
Larry.
in this mode, when you're set up like this, what I would have to do is 5:55. Yeah. Okay.
She's 3 hours behind us. She's in Oregon.
Oh, got you. Okay. I'm like, no, it's 7:55. I totally squirreled me. I totally forgot where I was going with that.
I happen to know that because when AA and I would coordinate for things that she's helped me with, she frequently reminded me of the time difference and when she was available and not available. So I always keep that in mind. Besides, with the one job that they've dangled in front of me about working in Oregon, I was like, "Oh, cool! I could go to go visit Silver Dragons, hit the coin shop." AA says, "Well, come and see me too," and so we made plans for coffee and coins. So
Well, the best thing about Portland, right?
Portland, Oregon?
Yeah.
No, what?
Neither do I. Um, sorry, aspiring, just a Portland joke. It used to be amazing city. Yeah, it used to be
I
an
haven't
amazing city.
I haven't used UTC Greenwich times, Raphael, since the last time I flew airplanes.
Who has the best deals right now? Don't know. Haven't been shopping. Yep, haven't been. Sorry, Larry. I haven't been paying attention to the spot price or anything today. Today was a nutso day.
No.
What's up, El? How you doing, my friend?
Hey, Al, welcome, welcome. I tried. I where I'm at right now is in a small itty bitty little town in West Virginia with a small itty bitty little hospital. So I Googled
You're in
coin
his itty
shops and
bitty
pawn
teeny
shops.
weeny polka dot Dr. Bikini.
Yeah, I've never thought of that one in a long time. So I found this one bullion shop and I was asking them how much they buy and sell for. They told me they buy, they never sell. And I called them, that was yesterday. I called them today, talked to a different person who said the same thing. After I had a chance to digest that prior conversation, I thought, now that would be an interesting video. Talking to them, see why they do it that way. I asked them if they would allow me to come visit, uh, do a video on my channel. They said they had to talk to the boss, call me back. They never called me back. And, Frosty and I talked about that a little earlier. So I thought they were quietly telling me no. Frosty's thinking they're vetting me to make sure I'm not some sort of crazy person. So That's what I did today.
They still might find that he's a crazy person, but you
I'm
know.
not a crazy person. I'm an insane tiger. Start learning the difference.
You went to a town called Sane, would you be insane?
That works for me.
Yeah. 8 in chat or 10 in chat, 8 likes. Smash that
Awesome.
screen. Actually, I don't think I've hit the like button on the YouTube side, so let me get over there.
That would be a good thing to see. Stackers in the house. I'm doing doing good, Gold Maple. How are you? Mall Mike, nice to see you too. So I'm not. I've seen 2 likes.
On your screen, if you're looking at the YouTube, you'll have to look at which one you're on, vertical or horizontal.
Oh, okay.
On the vertical, you have 12 or something like that. I'd have to look at the other. I'm not in it right now.
Okay. So what? I just have to add them together.
No, they're separate data.
That's what I'm saying. I see 8 on one, 12 on the other. So that'd be 20 total, correct?
No. You have 8 on vertical.
Yes.
There's only 8 on vertical. You don't add the likes together. They don't, it doesn't pair that way.
Oh,
If
okay.
you're going to do the likes thing, it has to get 25 likes in one or the other. Right? Are you going to pair it all together? That's not going to encourage likes.
No, what I'm saying is if I wanted to count the likes in order to decide on whether we're going to run the wheel or not, I would have to add the vertical and the horizontal mentally or on paper to decide if I had enough likes to run the wheel.
Yeah. What I just said, but that's okay.
We must have said it 2 different ways, but meaning the same thing.
We did. It's all good, man. It's
I
all
think
good.
he does this to me just to mess with my head.
I don't think I do that, do I? What's up, Gold Maple? How you doing?
Hey, Gold Maple, what's with this vertical and horizontal thing? Are you testing? Exactly, El. That's exactly what we're doing. This is my first time doing it. In the past, I've been patiently waiting for Frosty to give me a tutorial on how he does it with OBS slash Restream. Been kind of avoiding it because me running into more techie things. Then StreamYard started offering it, and I put this together many days ago. Just let it sit in the back room. Wanted to do it 2 Saturdays ago, but didn't feel good that week. Wanted to do it the day after I had my live with Ian, and let's just say I was having other issues. So I just didn't feel up for it. I needed some personal time. And then I went ahead and decided, okay, I'm here in this little tiny town, just sitting in the hotel waiting for tomorrow for 24-hour ER work. So I, decided to do it right now, last minute. So I appreciate you all tolerating me. Hello, Lobster. Welcome. So this is really a test live stream to see how things are going. Hey, I got a question for you, Frosty.
Fire away.
When I was the guest on Surfer's channel when he was doing vertical horizontal on StreamYard, when I turned off the camera to leave just the avatar, I didn't show up on stage, but they could hear me because I wasn't in my studio at the time, and I just had the computer and the computer camera, which would have showed my real face. So I just had the avatar, but it never showed. It just only showed Surfer, but allowed my voice to show. Hello, Liberty Lightning.
Probably because you turned your camera off. If your camera's off, you're not going to get the box because your camera's not enabled. If your camera's not enabled, it'll focus on the ones on screen that are enabled.
no, I didn't have the extra one. I just had the computer itself. So either the computer camera was going to show, or when you turn it just to have the avatar, the little round circle that shows your avatar, it didn't even show that. It just took and didn't ever show me. When we were done, since Surfer knows my real face, I turned it on for us to have, the after show debriefing, and poof, my face showed up and everything was working. So the question I was going to ask you is, if you turned your avatar on, would you disappear and then turn the camera back on and reappear? Or would it actually, nope, yours worked.
Yeah, because I wasn't enabling or disabling the only camera I have. I have
Well, I
more
didn't
than one
disable it
camera.
either. All I did was I went to camera and did that. Now it's doing it for me. That's what I was intending to do on Surfer's channel.
But he has set it up to where if the camera's not enabled, they don't show up on screen.
Oh, so that was a setting on his side.
Yeah, yeah. So I can come in back and forth, but that's going into the settings and setting things that you may not be understanding what it means. So you've got to be careful doing that. I'll share my screen with you and show you kind of what I had to go through if you want to do that for just a second.
Okay. Waiting for you to. Okay. Hold on. There is, I got to do something. Let's see, what have I got to do? Maybe it's over here. Yeah, there it is. There's that little tiny thing that says stop sharing. Okay, add to stage.
Okay, so clearly mine's a little bit more complicated, right? So before StreamYard and Restream allowed you to do this, you had to manually go in and set it up as dual stream. The way you do that is to go over to settings. I would go into multi-streaming. They had just turned this on in OBS a little over a year ago. And then you would choose your stream. So you would have to create your one, which is your this account, or you'd have to go into TikTok or whatever, and you could set up your multiple streams. But
Okay.
you have to do this manually. So you have to go in, set it up, get your stream key, come into here, paste your stream key, make sure it's the right mode. If you're doing two of them, you have to make sure you're in the right one, have the right session, the right streams. So you have to manually do all of that. Then once you have your audio, your video you set up, you have to come in here and you have to enable too. You'll notice that my screen fundamentally changed. Now you can see that I have two. Well, this format is controlled by me. I have to build it.
Okay.
So they give you the boxes, but you have to build your entire format. In StreamYard, it comes with that base format. It does it for you. You don't have to create it. You don't have to do that. So that new adaptation makes it super easy. You don't have to build your own sources, your own scenes.
Okay.
So everything that's on here, I have to do. So now all I do is you can see that I have my restream with my session thing. I go into this, my restream's up. That's where all my guests are.
Okay.
And then that feeds through here. I don't ever go live on Restream. I just utilize Restream to cast the people that I have on the other channel.
Okay.
So they're never live. So if anything was to ever happen to my feed with them, my live would still be okay. If the live crashed, then it crashes for everybody. But I could crash with my guest. Something fell off, and then YouTube would still be going. So that's why I built that way.
Okay.
Once you have all this set up and everything is ready to go, you have your sessions built, then you have to actually go in to go live. And this is a new adaptation that has recently done. Set the one that is here. You can see the one that we just did, Silver Squeeze, LBMA. That's the last one that I pulled up. I would have to create a new event. And then I would have to go in and make sure that this little button here, which didn't exist before,
Uh-huh.
you have to click here. And now that enables vertical and horizontal mode, and then you go in and you fire it up. Now I have to maintain 2 different chats because I can do it through here, but this one's unreliable. I don't like the chat feature in this particular program. They need to work on it. It needs to be improved a little bit. OBS StreamYard is good. OBS Streamlabs, excuse me. OBS Streamlabs is good. They do need to work on their chat feature. But now I have total control. If I want to change the microphones, if I want to change the settings, if I want to go in and set the various filters, and I can go through and set my noise gate and my gain, and like I have full on control over my audio, my video. You won't have that in StreamYard. That's the thing about Streamlabs OBS that takes you kind of to that next level, but you have way more control. I couldn't do this in StreamYard. They fought each other. Whether or not they've resolved that issue, I don't know, but this is why I went to Restream.
Okay.
So mine clearly was way more complicated than you click a button that says dual mode. You type in your channel, type in your information, you go live, and poof, they both pop up. They're both in a formatted setup when you change your setup. So do me a favor, stop sharing, stop making me the big one. Make us the 3 boxes instead of the 1. Right? So that now changed in both windows. You didn't have to build the scene for that. It automatically happened.
Wow. Let me do that again. Okay. All
See
right.
how that automatically brings up the other one?
Yeah.
Now you can change the format by clicking on the 3 that are next to each other.
3 that are next. No, that's not it.
So that's the 2 that are next. There you go.
Okay.
So now you can make you big. You can pull me over into the big area. If you want to just click on mine, drag it over, and boop, it changes.
I'm trying to. Okay.
There you go. So that's the quick one. So if you go to the one that has the 2 windows in the share screen.
This one?
Yep. So drag you to the big spot.
No. No. Not doing it. Nope, that makes me big.
Yeah, well, you can make yourself big just by clicking in the upper right corner of each quadrant. So if you click on the upper right quadrant of mine where it says quarter, the QUAR, if you click on that area, you'll see the 2 arrows pointing outwards. If you click on those 2 arrows, it'll make me full screen.
Okay.
So that's how you do full screen from all of your guests, right?
Okay.
So if I stop sharing, go back to the other one. If I stop sharing, it's going to pull us across because that window is no longer viable. But every time it does it, your stream on the left hand is changing automatically because they've pre-built all of your scenes based off of what options you have down below. I had to manually build all those changes if I was going to show different ones. I would have to actually change the scenes in order to shift all that stuff around. So they do that for you. It's really nice. It makes it way easier because you find one that you like that fits your audience and you're set. You don't have to do anymore.
Yeah. And me not being as techie as you, all it's going to take is one stressful event and I would botch it the way you do it until I
No, it's all good. So do me a favor, bring up your StreamYard.
Bring up my StreamYard. I'm in StreamYard.
Yeah, but put it on the screen.
You want me to put hold on. I think what you're telling me is to share the screen
of StreamYard. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
The other thing that's really cool about this is, and you're going to, don't worry about that center picture. Turn off the comments on stage. Now, your comments, if your user's in vertical mode, say, hey, we can't see our own chat because the other chat's covering the other one,
Uh-huh.
it'll drive your viewers in vertical mode nuts. So if anybody ever complains for it, that's where you turn this on and off.
Okay,
You
so
can make
vertical
it
mode complaining, I need to toggle this back on.
if the vertical mode says they don't have chat
Okay.
and they want chat, turn that on. It saves them from the mess that is vertical chat.
Okay.
Because anybody who's used vertical chat, it's either there or it's not, or you have to click on some goofy thing and go up to the right and find the freaking 3 dots that are there and figure out how to navigate to where you want to go. It's just a total mess. So if people are complaining that their chat is on and they can't see chat, you turn that off.
Okay.
Okay. So if they're complaining, you turn it off. If they say they can't see chat, then go in and turn that on.
Okay.
Okay. Now you can change the size of chat. So go to tall.
Tall.
Yep. And then click on wide. So you can adjust the size and the positioning in both vertical and horizontal mode of your chat window.
Okay.
When you're showing a lot of stuff like share screens, you may not want the chat on because it's hiding the stuff behind it.
Okay.
So this is when you want to keep this screen open. This is why I told you, you have to stay in StreamYard. You're bound to this screen because this is where your controls are.
Okay.
So this is how you control the chat on and off, wide, big, up, down. You also have your banners, and don't click on all the other stuff. Don't worry about the
Okay.
stuff on the right. But you have your banners if you want to put the banner, scrolling banner. If you want to do a background, you have the background. So you have all those other tools. This is your navigation center for your stream.
Okay.
So you need to stay in this stream. So anybody who's thinking about doing this, when you stream from StreamYard, yes, you can have other screens open, but when you have screens over the top of this, you lose the control of your stream unless you're really good with remembering where this is at. Otherwise, what happens is you get to a place to where now you can't figure out which screen you need to be in to make the adjustments, and then you've lost your stream. So it's really important to stay on this page.
Understood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now click on the buttons on StreamYard. So click on the one that is you and me side by side big. Okay. Now click on the one to the left of it. Okay. Now look at vertical mode.
Okay.
You see how much nicer it is in vertical mode?
Oh, yeah.
It takes up the full screen. Now they're not looking at this itty bitty window. Again, the lesson that I told you earlier, if you want to, so let's talk about the benefits of both. Okay. So if you're in this screen, you don't have to worry about banners or headers or chat bosses or raid bosses or super chats or anything like that. You don't have to worry about it.
It doesn't show up?
Well, you've got your 2 screens that are taking up the entire screen. You don't want anything over the top of that.
Okay.
But if you go to the one to the right,
Here?
now
Or this
I
one?
can't see your screen. So just go to the right. There. So now you see you have the black space up above.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to put stack elector, you wanted to put tiger stacker, you wanted to put tiger stacker on the top and frostbite on the bottom, or let's say that you're interviewing silver dragons, then it'd be tiger stacker and silver dragons on the bottom. So you could customize the view so that they could see who the people are, or they can hear what the topic is. You could put your title on top and then the stack elector logo or the tiger stacker logo, or tiger and me, or tiger and silver dragons, or whomever. Then they would have a full screen of stuff to look at, but you would control the other stuff that they see, because all of your screen changes now will happen in that little square. It won't happen up or down, just in that little square. If you go back to the left, you don't want anything over that, because Barbara Wall, my wife, is so kind-hearted. She loves to to joke and stuff like that, and she was all for doing that. So
That was great.
huge kudos to my wife, especially for the one at the restaurant. It really was her birthday, and I told her I wanted to do it. We had laughed about it so hard we gave each other headaches.
It gave you more of a headache.
Oh, it was hilarious. And so the morning of her birthday, I walked out and I said, "Babe, I've got you something," because this happened the night before. And I handed her a plunger, and she almost peed herself. She was laughing so hard. So anyway, she was like, "If you want to do this," because she goes, "I have to admit that was probably the hardest I've laughed in like 15 to 20 years." So we're like, we're going to make a video of it where it's just, it was an awesome time. So,
but you'd always pre-plan this out. But here's the interesting thing about it. I've noticed this observation about real life. When a woman, even if it's just, pre-planned out, scripted, when a woman hits her man, it's like a knee-jerk response. They cannot control themselves. They start laughing.
They giggle.
They start smiling. They get a chance to hit their man.
Yeah.
It's a knee-jerk response. They cannot control it. It's coming out. The giggles.
And you can certainly hear the thud of that pan. But yeah, she's an awesome sport. So, but anyway, let's get back to this tiger. So you see now how you have that left-hand screen.
Yeah.
And the people who are seeing this in vertical mode, you're not seeing the whole thing. But you'll see, if you're in vertical mode, you see the entire screen. There you see me on my page is on top. Tiger's desktop is on the bottom. You see the chat there on the right. You don't want anything else in this view. So This is what you want to display. Now the rule of show something to me. So grab the Carson City and show it to me.
Okay, hold on a second here.
And I want you to notice something when you're doing it.
Okay, Carson City.
So you've seen how much easier it is now than that little itty bitty window?
Yeah.
So this view is way more conducive to the viewer in both horizontal and vertical mode. It just doesn't show as wide as a field of view.
Okay.
So that's fine. It means you can put less stuff out or have it a little bit tighter together, have one or two really nice items with some dead space. That is just your entire table set. But you see that it doesn't take up the entire screen. So you have to think about how it looks on a phone, on a tablet. But this is where you're going to control all of that. So this is where we'll be seeing chat that is showing on Tiger's screen. Yeah, so the chat comes from both streams. So let me pull something up real fast and I'll explain a little bit more in depth.
Okay.
Oh, Tiger, I didn't tell you, I ran into 3 turkeys today, and I realized as they were talking that technology has really permeated all of society, and it's even permeating into this turkey's conversation. And
okay,
the guy I was with was like, "What in the world are you talking about?" And I was like, "Well, listen to him." Okay, hold on. I got to pull up my screen.
Hey, Sean, Precious Metals, welcome. Good to see you.
Okay, pull up my screen.
Okay, hold on. Getting there. Got to find it.
So these turkeys were like,
trying to add to the stage. Remove other media. Hold on. Gotta get rid of that. I don't know if Freestream does that, but StreamYard started giving you this window that I can't pull up what you want until I get rid of that little thing. Okay.
So the turkey was like, Google, Google, Google. Hey, they're talking turkey, Anyway, bad joke.
Do you tell any other types?
No. I just wanted to do the joke because the Google. It was funny.
So was my joke.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, too much fun. The turkeys got pardoned. Oh man, that's terrible.
I saw something. I didn't watch the video yet, but Trump did pardon turkeys according to what was there. Did you know about that?
Oh, it happens with every president. Yes, every Thanksgiving, it's national
Oh, I
pastime.
didn't know that. So it's kind of like a Groundhog Day thing.
Uh, kind of, but with Tom the turkey.
Okay.
I don't really know if his name is Tom. I think it is, but I can't remember. All right, I already forgot what I was going to show you. I started telling that joke and completely got sidetracked. Oh, I am tired.
Even turkeys, Joe Biden pardoned under the auto pen.
Yeah, well, let's not go there. Let's keep this friendly.
Hey Sean,
That's
will you
going to
do
go
me a
south real
favor
quick.
and send me an email? I want to talk to you about some ideas, if that's okay with you. It's at thetigerstacker@gmail.com.
I
Not
finally remembered what I was going to show you. Hold on just a sec.
enough is enough. 880. I thought it was supposed to be 8 is enough. Remember the old TV show?
Yeah, I do.
I love
All
that.
right. So this is what I want to show you. So if you look at where you said the tigerstacker@gmail.com,
Okay.
okay. L, can that chat be removed? Yes, it can. So Tiger, go back into your StreamYard and turn that chat off.
Here? Oh, you can't see it anymore. So the chat's off?
Chat's off.
Okay.
Yeah. So when people are like, hey, can you turn chat off? Then you just turn chat off and it's done. Right. So this is why you have to be in here. But L is in vertical mode or horizontal mode.
Okay.
So enough is enough. What's going on? Enough. How you doing? You'll see the little vertical symbol above where he says hi or she says hi.
Yes.
That means they're in vertical mode. So it
Okay.
actually tells you, oh, you're not sharing your StreamYard.
Hold
Go
on.
back to sharing your StreamYard.
Hold on. Let me get back to it.
I was like, why am I not seeing that on the screen? I forgot you stopped sharing it. Okay. So you won't see it. So scroll up, close that bundle up top, right next to where it says comments.
Here?
No. The right-hand side caret. All the way to the right.
Here?
Right there. Yep. Okay. Now you just have your chat.
Okay.
Okay. If you scroll up in chat a little bit, you'll see enough is enough and you'll see that little symbol.
This one. Well, when I go there.
So, yeah. Yep. That symbol is the cell phone. That means it's in vertical mode. So this tells you what chat they're in.
Okay.
So
there's not there. It's horizontal.
yes. So if the people in vertical mode and horizontal mode want to see each other's chats, the screen chat has to be on. Otherwise, they will not see each other's chats.
So this toggle has to be on for them to see everything.
That's where you have to explain it to your audience and have your audience, after a couple times, you'll know their preference. But you're going to have to find out, do they want to see the chat between vertical and horizontal, or do they not care? If your audience doesn't care, then leave it off. If your audience wants to chat with people who might be in the other side, then that chat window has to be open. And in that case, you want to really, in that case, you really want to worry about your selection of how big your chat is in relation to your screen.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So because the vert that is in that left-hand side now does not look very good on the cell phone.
I see. Okay.
What's up, Metal Matt? How you doing, bud? So, and I'm just bouncing back and forth between the chats because I'm looking at the other streams. Really, you have to kind of find out why you want to see or what your viewers want to see. So here's the thing that we would need to do. Now, this is what's really cool. Okay. In both chats, if you're on a phone, if you're on the computer, if you have chat open on a TV or you're watching it on TV and you have your phone,
Okay.
I want you to put a 1 in chat. That's it. Put a 1 in chat. And just spam 1, 2, 3 times. No more than that. Just 2, 3 times. Okay. Perfect. And so for the people who are on a phone, this can be somewhat problematic. They have to go up, and if it goes up too far, they scroll. If they click on the button, they may pause it. They may swipe away. There's a lot of issues with the piece on that now. Okay. So they may not be able to chat like they would, just like if they're on a TV. On a
Mm-hmm.
TV, they may not be able to chat. So you won't get very many.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll see here that you're getting the ones, and where are the ones coming from?
They're coming horizontal.
Horizontal. And that's a pattern you're going to see. So if you want people to engage on your vertical mode, you want a format that is conducive to that chat window being available.
Well, shouldn't I have this thing turned on? No,
Well,
no,
this
no.
is up to your
No,
audience.
that was a stupid question.
Well, no, it's not a stupid question. Again, you haven't done this before.
Okay.
Now I can turn on and I can create my own chat windows. So if I come over to StreamYard, and I'll have you switch me just a second. Let me get to my screen. Don't pull it up yet.
No, I gotta get rid of my sharing. If you want me to share your stuff, I gotta go over to. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
No, all you got to do is go down and just click on the.
No,
So you
not
see my
really.
screen?
Not really, because well, hold on.
Go to
I'm, I'm,
StreamYard. Okay, hold on. No, no,
I'm
no,
in.
no, no, no.
I am in StreamYard. It's just
Yeah,
that
I know. Hold on.
there's
Don't do anything though,
this
please.
thing here. This thing right here. If I don't go to here and hit stop sharing, I can't bring your stuff up.
But watch. Hold on. So leave that open. Okay. See where it says Frostbite coins?
Yeah.
Okay, go to that big box. No, left, right there. Click it. You don't have to do that. You can
Really?
switch. No, you can switch through screens by just knowing where you need to be.
Okay.
Now, when I'm in here, I can leave this area because I design the chat. So I can have a chat window up here. This is a spinning wheel. So if I turn this on, um, oh, maybe I don't have it on. Let's see. What do I have that can do that? Yeah. See, so I can turn stuff on and off here. Alert box. Let's see, stream boss. There we go. So this will show you something that you can see. So I have to place all of my elements. I have to tell it where it needs to be and set the size to fit. But there's a template that you build where you never, ever, ever put anything here because that will allow chat. It doesn't hide it. If they have chat closed, then this is black on the screen. It doesn't look good. So when you're in StreamYard, you have to find a format to where either you can turn on chat or YouTube can be on. Okay. They control that. So find a good format and then stay with that one. And you'll always have a way for the people to see chat. And if you can figure out how to turn YouTube chat off and use your in-stream chat for that, that's perfect because they'll be seeing everybody's chat. And so it'll be like you're in one stream. That's the perfect setup if you can get that structure set up. And I think you can do that through the new StreamYard. I really think you can get to that. If you can do that, that's freaking amazing. Because the audience won't even know that they're in this world. They won't know that they're in two different streams. And then you can direct people to vertical mode or horizontal mode It's like, hey, if anybody's watching this on a TV and they don't like horizontal mode, you can actually go here, click here, and you're in vertical. And they'll be like, oh my gosh, this was so nice. So you remind people that they have options in this format. And it's a total win. Total win. Sometimes I turn it off, and I turn it off because I don't want, not everything has to be in both. But if I'm doing something that is educational, I want it in both modes.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm doing something that's just show and tell, I may not want the vertical mode because nobody will ever go back and look at it. Once it's done, it's done. It's over. It's history.
Okay.
You might get some touches later down the road, but all in all, it's like it dies. And I've never had one that just continued to grow.
Okay.
So if you want a video that's evergreen and you're going to be doing stuff like that, always do it in landscape mode.
Okay.
And that's, again, you'll see, I showed you the one.
Evergreen landscape mode. That's it.
Yeah. And that's kind of the rule that I'm following.
Okay.
If it's an impromptu live or a special guest or something, and you want a bunch of people from a bunch of different areas just to stumble across it, then do both. And then in chat, pin the URL for the widescreen and say, come over here. It's here. You'll be able to see the chat better.
Okay.
You'll see the chat from both streams. And then people click over and now they're in the wider view. They can turn their phone sideways. They can watch it on TV. It's just a really, really, really nice setup.
Okay.
And yeah, he's taking notes, but he's got me. I'm always there to help him set stuff up. But what the whole purpose for doing this is StreamYard has done a really good job with this. And I've been down on StreamYard for a while. This was a huge boon. They did good here, and not sponsors. We have nothing to do with them. This was just a really good improvement by them. And I think it'll help Tiger grow his audience. I think it really will. You've seen in the year I've been manually doing this, you've seen my channel growth.
So I'd come over to say the YouTube vertical. I'd go ahead and put that in there, and the horizontal. I'd take the horizontal URL, go over to the vertical, put it in the chat, pin the message in the vertical, so if they click it, they can go to the horizontal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, hey, Matt Winge, no worries.
Hey, Matt, thank you for coming.
Matt, my kind of my new motto, and Tiger and I have talked a lot about this the last few days. There have been 3 people that have been really like sparked an idea about what my channel needs to be. And I'm not your normal coin channel. I talk numismatics, varieties, and errors. I'm like the numismatic network, right? And with air conditioning, yes. If she's lurking, I want to get beat. You guys know this, right? But I want people to grow. I want people to learn. The reason that Tiger and I are doing this is some of you guys may want to do this on your channel. Some of you guys may have been trying to figure out what to do to stream in a format. Now, Tiger can make this vertical only. He can make this horizontal only. He can stream to both. There's a lot of improvements that have been made in StreamYard. And StreamYard, honestly, I have to kind of reverse my stance on what they've done. This is a really good move by them. They've done a good job here. And, again, not promoting, not sponsors, that we don't have any association or affiliation with them, but they've done a good job. And it's going to make it really nice for Tiger to be able to go through and say, hey, let's impact a wider audience. You guys know Tiger's got good content. We got great content on Stack Collectors. You like how I boosted that one?
Yeah, me by myself, good. Me with you, great.
Come on, dude, that was funny.
By myself, I'm great.
He's great. Well, we got to be careful doing that.
Yeah, well, that's
No Kellogg's or Tony the Tiger endorsement, by the way. Um, yeah, it's just it's fun to do this, and it's I think it's going to be hilarious. Oh, speaking of hilarious, pull up my screen.
cool.
Yee, I got it in. Are you guys ready for this?
Hold on a second. Let me get you big.
Okay,
That's me. Hold on.
that's you.
Hold on.
All right, so
Hold on. Hold on. Where is? Ah, crap.
go to the my side of the screen and click on the two. There you go. So for those of you who aren't tracking, um, one of my missions on the channel, Tiger and I have talked about this. It's about community, protecting community. I'm really big on teaching people about numismatics, connecting them with people who are way smarter than me, connecting them with places like really solid, reputable coin shops, building connections with people like Aaron Burke, Ancient Coin Show podcast, live coin Q&A. I mean, just some phenomenal people. And so the other thing is Jack Young. Now, Jack Young is a stud. He's becoming a really good friend of mine. And I want people to engage in the community on finding and combating counterfeits. So I have bought these. And I am going to give, it says, fuck off. And it says, I give to you by one and only last, and I won't say it out loud. But the reason that I'm going to do this is I am going to take these things, and for the people who help us identify or teach people how to identify counterfeits or how to overcome a channel that's pushing out bad information, report those things to people like the ACEF, get Jack Young to look at the coins, look at the stream or whatnot, identify, yes, that is fake, yes, that is good, and really help out the community. I'm sending this once a quarter to the person that I choose that has done something like that. And it's basically saying, screw counterfeits. We're going to make this a better place. I'm tired of this. I'm not doing that anymore. We need good coins. We need to protect our hobby. And so the people that do that are going to get this coin. So I purchased 20 of them, and every quarter I'm going to give this as a little numismatic fist bump to people that are out there helping us identify fake gold, fake silver, fake coins, fake money, fake dollar bills, just to help protect the community, make this a community tool. So, but the honorary goes to Jack Young. So he's going to get the very first one. But yeah, I wanted to share that with you because they just came in and they're cool as hell.
What is it made out of?
I don't know. I think they are they're metallic. They're not precious metals. I don't know if they're a aluminum steel mix. I don't know. I'm trying to see if I have a magnet somewhere, but I seem to have misplaced it. Oh, never mind. It is magnetic. So
Okay.
it's not silver, mainly because I'm not spending $50 for one of these, and try to buy 20 of those. That's a roll. It's I don't have that kind of money to throw away. And I definitely don't earn it on the channel. So
it's kind of hard to stay working when you get conked in the head like you do.
well, but so anyway, just something fun. And again, engage people. There's so many good people trying to do good things. And, we often talk about the people who are doing the bad stuff. I want to call out some people who are doing good. So I wanted to do something funny that, it would just be fun for the community. So I figured I would do those. I don't own these. These are something that I just picked up. I just think they're cool as hell.
Cool.
But anyway, so that's basically your setup. I mean, that's that's the structure. You see what I had to go through to build mine. Yours is way easier. It's just a matter of how do you want the stream to look. So let's ask a question of the folks in vertical mode. If you guys are on your phone and you have that, can you guys type in chat? I see Matt Winch, THS have been chatting in vertical.
Yeah.
So that's good, right? So we can definitely see who's in vertical over there. Amy, Kinemine, L, Neil, they're all in vertical mode, right? So again, we get to see them, but the other people in those two channels don't get to see. So like in this case, Matt's not going to see Kinemine,
Okay.
right? Unless we share that chat.
Okay.
So what I would like to see, and I haven't done this and I don't know because we haven't gone through this yet, is can you develop a show your StreamYard again? Let's actually try to troubleshoot something and figure out.
Okay. Hold on. I gotta move that. It's not letting me at this stage.
You're probably going to have to remove mine. I'm on in the background. Let me stop sharing.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, so what I want to do is look at, and give me a moment because I got to make sure we don't go to the wrong place. We are looking to set up a custom one. So click on the pencil.
Pencil. Edit.
Nope. Close that. No, the pencil. StreamYard, center of the screen.
Center of the screen.
Down.
Here, this one.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that we can adjust the sizes of these. So take this and can you shrink that down a little bit? Can you drag like the upper left-hand corner and shrink it? Make that window smaller.
This one?
Go up to the very, very corner. There you go. Drag it down smaller, a little bit smaller. Okay, stop there. Okay, and move that to the upper left. Go down a little bit. Okay, so now you see how you have the live stream thing there?
Yes.
Now they can see the live stream.
Okay.
If you're looking at the stream. So you'll be able to see how long you've been acted, how many people are in each piece of that. Okay. So now click out of that, click off to the side and click add new item.
Add item.
Now, do you want to have another camera slot? Do you want to do a grid? In this case, it says the dynamic grid is recommended. So click on that. And that pulls us up. So now move that to the left and take the top center bar, drag that down. Now stop, hold on. Go up a little bit more, a little more. Okay, stop there. Grab the right bar and take it to the right edge of the,
Like
take it all the way. So take it all the way so they cover, no, not that far, to the edge of that one screen. Right there. Stop right there. Take your left side and open it up the same thing all the way to the end. Okay. So now you have those two windows side by side. Now go ahead and hit save.
Save.
And then just custom layout too. That's fine. Just hit save. We'll delete this later on. So now go click on your custom. So click on that little blue drop down.
Here?
Yep. And go click on the custom one that you have, which is the very last one that you've done.
This one.
Yep. So now I want you to go into your StreamYard and turn the chat on.
Chat on.
Okay. Now what we have to do is we have to go in and edit that. You see how much blank space you have on the vertical?
Okay.
We need to make those bigger so they fill out some more room. So we have to change the placement of that. So go in and hit the pencil.
Pencil.
Yep. Now we need to go to the left-hand side of the screen. No, the left, all the way. Yeah, so you're dealing with this scene set. So click on your screen up top.
Up here?
No,
No, here.
there. Yeah. Does it
No,
allow you to select that?
no.
Okay. So then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to figure out how to set that up. So drag that up all the way to the top on the right side.
This one?
No, the window, your window. We're only focused on yours and my windows. Okay.
Okay.
So drag that and drop it all the way to the top. Okay. Now take the one below it and drag it all the way to the bottom. Okay. Now hit save. We're just showing changes and how they're going to be. Just say update layout. So you see how that changes the screens?
Yes.
So you're going to have to find what looks good on the left-hand side for your viewers. Custom ones are tough. This is why I'm saying if you stick with the one that is number 2. No, go to number 2.
This one?
No, number 2. Not custom layout, number 2.
You mean this one?
Yes. That for your end user is usually the best. The problem is it's going to either cover your or my screen. So when you have a guest, for instance, I'm going to change something really fast. While I'm doing this, what I want you to do is you manually drag your screen to my position.
Hello, Dennis.
Okay. Now, do you see what I've done?
No, you moved your book a little bit.
But how much easier can you see chat?
A lot better.
It's not blocking anything. So if you're going to be, now I would change the screen. I would have something totally different in there if we were going to utilize this format. So you need to make sure that either you or your guest has something conducive to chat. So that means that move your screen back over to the right. And sorry, folks that are watching this going, what in the hell are they doing? I'm teaching him. So you see the coins that are blocking chat?
Correct.
Move them. Just slide them out of the way.
So you want me to not do anything with the screen. You want me to physically move the
Physically move them.
Okay, hold on.
So you see how you're still blocking chat on the right-hand side? You got to keep that stuff out of the chat lane. Yep. So now you can have your guest build it like this. Now your end users are no longer worried about this chat blocking their screen.
Okay.
So find a format that works. That's elegant for the end user. That is something that they can break down, they can look at, they can see. It's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And even though you have your tiger pattern there, you can see chat very clearly in both modes.
Exactly.
Okay. Kid of mine, have a good one. Take care.
Good night, kid of mine. Thank you for coming. Okay, that makes sense.
So again, when you're looking at the structure of this, if I were going to be presenting and I was going to be showing, and I have other stuff I could set up here, I'd have to put my stuff on there. I'm not going to build it right now, but I could leave it. Actually, you know what? I will. I'm not looking at the screen, and bear with my camera. It's going to freak you guys out. So do this real quick and get this book out of here. So I have a light box, right? That's what you guys are seeing is my light box. And what I would do is I would take my stand over, okay, and I'm going to, obviously I'm going to do a little bit better job with coloration and light. Let's just put 2 or 3 items on there.
Okay.
Okay. Not the best, and I'll work with the lighting and stuff, but anyway, so now I will have to adjust the lighting. Now move my mine to the right, the screen to the right.
Move your screen to the right.
So now I can adjust my setup to be conducive to the screen so that they're seeing a nice structure, but it's not blocking chat.
Okay.
Right. So, and again, I would have to work with my my camera and get the lighting and stuff set up, change the views, take out some of the harshness.
Okay.
So, but I'd have to play with it and get the light right and do whatever. But you can make your you can make your setup conducive to chat. So if you're setting up and you're dealing with somebody, just take a few minutes and think about where the chat's going to be. And then you can make the screen to where it's not blocking anybody. So that makes it really nice as well.
I see that.
But you're basically done. I mean, everything you really need to focus on for dual streaming is there. If you're going to be streaming and you're utilizing this particular view, I know folks, you can't see this, but there are 2 screens side by side. One shows you the vertical appearance. One shows you the horizontal appearance. If Tiger focuses on that vertical appearance, you will see that my screen looks nice. It's clean. It's easy. It's not the best camera setup because I haven't dealt with any of the lighting things, but the chat's there. It's visible. You can see it. It's conducive to whatever you see the thing. It takes up the full screen. It's something more. No, don't put that there. Because again, if you're going to be switching chat, you need to have.
I see.
Right now, if you're not going to be moving yourself, then you could do that. But you again, you want to be cognizant of who are you going to have in that position. So if you move the screens back and forth or you change format, this is all going to change. So you have to think about the structure each time you change.
Okay.
Right. So if you want to show more, you can put your 2 items in there and just don't ever change the chat.
Okay.
So you just would never change the chat. Then chat would always be in your guest window.
Understood.
So you have to determine what do you want to focus on. That's a big one. And then what gaps do you need to have? And if I had time to set this up, then I would definitely do the the other pieces. Can we see the triangle pieces? Absolutely. They're one of my favorite coins of bullion.
Let me get you bigger.
And these actually go this way. These are shipwreck coins. And so you'll see the date there. So a lot of people set them this way, and that's incorrect because that is the banner, the trellis of that particular one. And it indicates that the ship had actually sunk. So they actually go this direction. And then you'll see that if you do that flip, it's actually a coin flip. So now the queen is on top. So they're really cool pieces. I like these. But that's the proper way to view those. If you see people presenting them the other way, that's wrong. This is the way it goes. But I have one more coin to get, and I have two complete sets of those. So I need to get the other one. I'm watching on a cell phone in landscape, and what you're doing doesn't fit for all users. Yes, that's true. Depending upon the format they are, it will change. You have to be aware of that. And this is why I told him that while you're doing this, you have to be aware of what your users want to see. So you're not going to be able to please everyone. But they definitely, you kind of have to look and see what's the best fit. But once you find something, stay with it. It's just the easiest thing to do. Your audience will eventually just understand. But yeah, Dennis, I definitely appreciate that and what you mean by that, because it definitely can shift. We see this a lot with iPhones versus Android and how chat's displayed between the two platforms. So you're never going to be able to please everybody, but if you have a format that you're going to use all the time, your audience will adapt.
So there's a difference between iPhone and Android then?
The way that they present, Yankee, what's up?
Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for the $5 super chat.
Sean says, just having you guys live now is enough for me. Thank you so much, Sean. That's cool.
Sean, I appreciate that. Dude, I seriously want to do some stuff with you. So, get in touch with me. I'd really like that.
But so yeah, that's consistency is key. And find something that works. If you find something that works, stick to it. Yankee will tell you that. Find a pattern that works and stick to it. People love diversity as long as it doesn't change. So
$10 super chat. Thank you, Yankee. Thank you for coming. Hey, I got a question here. Yankee's super chat made me think, if I go into horizontal or vertical and I release memberships, does it limit it to that format?
That's a great question. And the answer is no. Because the way so let me break this down a little bit differently. When you're doing super chats, a super chat will get notified in that stream only. You'll see it live. You'll announce it. If you're showing it on the stream, they will see both.
Okay.
So like Yankee, when he was in horizontal and vertical, you seen him come in both. You saw in this particular chat. So the end user, if they're looking at that, they see it on the screen, they'll know that they're seeing both. Okay. For the user, they will only see the super chat in that particular session if they're not looking at that chat.
Understood.
The monetary structure for short stream versus long stream are also different. And so you'll see it in different places. Okay, let's try that. I'm in horizontal right now. I'm going to send 5 free memberships. And while it's doing that, I'm going to go into vertical. And I'm going to try to release 5 free memberships. So hold on just a minute before you do that. Look at your vertical mode, and do you see the 5 gifted memberships that you already gave?
Yes. No. No. Hold on.
You see it on StreamYard, but you don't see it in that chat.
No, I don't.
So remember that when you're doing this, if you're not sharing the chat window, those people will not know what the other people are chatting about, nor will they see the super chats, nor
Okay.
will they see the memberships or anything like that.
Okay. Well, I am sure I got it toggled where it says show comments on stage. So that means both can see each other.
Yes. And so that's great because this allows, so in this particular case, Dennis Lavins is in vertical mode. Yankee's in vertical mode. He's such a rookie at all this, but L is in horizontal mode.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the screen, you can see them all, but I can tell you which one's in which because we get the little symbol on our end.
Okay. Horizontal. I see the 5 memberships given, and in vertical.
So real quick, before you go on, Yankee, think of it this way. Okay. If you make a peace sign, okay, the body of that is StreamYard and it's kicking out 2 streams. Okay. If I wiggle that first finger and there was a divider between those two, the people who were in the side that was wiggling would be able to see that, but the people on the other side wouldn't be able to. However, when you're in StreamYard, that barrier is removed and you can see both.
Okay.
And so this is why the stream, if you're wanting to do both vertical and horizontal, really helps the user because now we're wiggling fingers indeed. And I bet you Yankee was standing there going, oh, that makes sense.
Okay. Now I did this now in vertical. I forgot last stream I did. I released 5 free memberships. So I
You had to
tapped
buy
out.
one.
So I gifted one paid membership,
Oh, beauty.
and that one went to Moboy.
Okay, now I also want you to notice, look at your StreamYard.
I'm looking at StreamYard.
Do you see who it went to?
In vertical, I do went to Moboy. In horizontal, I don't see it at all in StreamYard.
That's my point. So this is where I told you if you want to watch both chats to make sure you don't miss anything, you have to have those 2 chat windows open. That's why I do what I do. We just have multiple chat windows open. So I actually want to watch both chats.
Okay.
Because StreamYard did not produce who got the membership on your side.
No, it didn't.
And so you will never know who that went to. You can never call them out.
Yeah. So horizontal, which had 5 free memberships, I see it only in YouTube horizontal mode, but not in vertical. The paid one that went vertical, I see the recipient on vertical, but never horizontal, and I see neither in StreamYard.
Hold on. Yankee, hold on, brother. Okay, come on. Let's 30 people versus 2,400 people. It's a little bit different. If you had to handle 3,000, 4,000 people in 2 different chats, I'd lose my mind too.
Oh, he's done I forget if it was a live or a video where he showed his computer setup. Dude, that thing's set up to run NASA.
Well, when you're running, and again, it's really important that people understand, Yankee understands this fully. It's a production. It's not just go live. When you are really trying to put out good, solid content and have good cameras and good angles, and you're cognizant about what's on screen and what your designs are, and monitoring chat. Oh, the will is no more. Professor Rick DeBordis said something about that.
Yeah,
in a meeting.
you'll find out what
Um,
Professor Rigdaborda says, Yankee, in the future.
but the whole thing is, it is a full on, anybody who does this, that manages more than one stream, that does the OBS, that does multiple cameras, it's a full on production. And those folks that make it look, Yankee makes it look easy.
Oh,
And
he
I know
does.
he has a lot of people who help him, but you'll find that when you have a good program, when you have a good structure, your streams just they go nuts, and they're fun, and you don't realize how much time you're spending. And then you're like, oh my God, I've done this whole thing and I haven't looked at anybody's chats.
Oh, yeah.
So it can get overwhelming. And what you're seeing on the screen with StreamYard and the new thing that they pushed out makes it so much easier. It's just finding out what works for you and sticking to it. It's really cool. I like OBS. I love the control that it gives me, the screen changes and the things that I can do. But I think StreamYard did a pretty good job here. They did. I like I said, I have to take some of my earlier words back about their platform. They've definitely improved it.
So in other words, when we were talking about me switching over to Restream, it sounds like they've impressed you enough that maybe I don't need to consider that as an option.
Yeah, exactly, Yankee. StreamYard is getting much better. It used to be horrible. And as I said in the beginning, Streamlabs OBS and StreamYard used to fight like cats and dogs. I had to leave it. Audio was horrible. There were all sorts of problems. You'd be talking and your microphone would shut off. You'd get some sort of feedback. There were only one camera available. It was horrible. And I just said, done. I had to go away. And I was like, I don't want to code something. I don't want to do a lot of fancy development stuff because there's way too much to learn. So I just moved to Restream. It was simple. It was more effective. I could run the group in one separate set. If for some reason it got disconnected, my stream to YouTube would still be connected. It just was a really good setup.
Okay.
But StreamYard, they've done well. Like what I'm seeing here is Tiger. And folks understand I'm not picking on Tiger, but you
Yeah,
can
you
do
are.
this without issue. They've done a good job, and not to say they made it foolproof, because there's still issues with how to structure the setup manually. But yeah, exactly, Yankee. I would definitely be doing that with this, and it's just they've done a good job. I am very impressed by this.
That sounds good. I still want to learn OBS. Um, I'm now a little happy that you guys are telling me StreamYard's better because they have my payment thing set up. I think it's through PayPal, already set up, or maybe it's a credit card. I forget which. So getting them to not tap my bank account is going to take a little bit of fighting. So
Yeah. So here's something that Yankee's talking about, and this is where pull my screen share up again.
okay, let me get the cursor again.
So one of the really cool things, and I talked about this before. Yeah, exactly, Yankee. StreamYard is a legit platform. They do their own transitions. They're nowhere near as cool as what you can do in OBS. OBS is still way better. There's and not just the regular one, but the Streamlabs OBS. That's the same one that I'm using. It's phenomenal. Did you figure out how to do it?
No, I had to get rid of my share screen. It
Oh,
wasn't.
got you. Okay. So one cool thing about here's the frostbite setup, and here's the what he says stack elector.
Okay.
So if we want to change, I simply click on this, and this whole cool animation comes up. My entire structure's there, and now I'm ready for a whole new set of streams. So
Okay.
this is the stack elector stage, right?
Okay.
So we would put our stuff in here, and then remember that box I told you to leave open for chat?
Yep. Yep.
It's here.
Okay.
If I wanted to drop something in here, for instance, if I wanted to do in the news thing, I can have the news show up there. So I can have my media and all that other stuff happen here. and I can build my formats and structure all inside here. So there's way more that you can do with OBS. And like in the vertical mode, where you're showing the share screen, it's only the small little block. When I'm doing it, it'll show up as the upper right-hand corner. It
Okay.
won't be what StreamYard shows, because I would put StreamYard as the slave, which is the little bitty box in that one in the upper right-hand corner.
Mm-hmm.
So I control where it shows up on the screen now, not StreamYard. So that's the power of OBS. And the Streamlabs OBS has done a really good job with that. Hey, thanks, Yankee. Yeah.
When I had my monthly meetings with Yankee, there were occasions when he helped me through IT problems before you and I became friends, and Yankee no longer does his top level membership anymore, so he's glad I have someone to rely on.
Well, it's what's Tiger and I we became friends through basically IT, right? It's like, hey, can you help me set this up? And I did a live stream where we kind of talked about the first basic structures that I had done and StreamYard and how to get him just in the door. What he's been able to accomplish is a lot for him, but Tiger's genius is elsewhere. It's not in the IT world. And so mine is, right. And I like doing this, and, I teach and I do this, I do analytics. And so this is my world. Together, we look at the complex strategy of things, and then I just make it look better. Or I teach him how to manifest his thumbnail or how to do stuff like that, trying to teach him all the little production pieces that we all have to do. I mean, he has his brother-in-law who does amazing work, by the way.
Yeah,
But
when Frosty helps me, it's kind of like this.
yeah, kind of it can be. Yeah, and so it's just one of those things where um I I don't have a lot of money to give out. I can't buy people a lot of cool things. It's just not where I'm at. But what I have that I consider to be one of my most valuable assets is my time. And so I don't mind if somebody wants to learn. I don't mind helping. And this is, you talk about gifts that you're given, right? Gifts of the spirit or stuff like that. Mine is the gift of helps. It genuinely is. And so I love doing this kind of stuff. Tiger, Jack Young, right?
Yeah.
What was I doing the other day? Spent a couple hours and designed a brand new logo
Yeah,
for his dark side numismatics, right? The counterfeit aspect of what he does in his numismatic expertise. I love doing stuff like that for people because it's not artificial. You can't be superficial and provide tech support to people.
To answer your question, Dennis, I'm not sure which one I'm talking to both Frosty and Yankee, depending on which context the question was revolved around, but I was talking to both. So I hope that answers your question.
Dennis, this is Frostbite coins.
Oh, he's wanting to know who. Okay.
Yeah, Frostbite coins. We can turn on the little nameplates if you want to.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's Frostbite coins. That's what he was asking. I figured it out. Really cool. Yeah, no problem. And again, it's just one of those, and it comes with time. But what StreamYard has done for Tiger is made all of what Yankee and I do real simple. It doesn't allow for the control, but he can run a really nice live stream. Like, he's got some good control. He can reach out to a larger audience. This was good for his channel. This will be a really good thing. So to be able to help him, and again, Tiger and I are like brothers. So I enjoy spending time with him. He doesn't always like me.
Do you want me to help you or not?
Exactly. I'm like, hey, look, dude, you want my help? You need to listen. And doctors are not always patient, by the way. That's why God gave them patience.
Yeah, that was so bad. That was like one of your worst ones.
I know. I'm like a giant nose. I have to pick and choose. Um,
I agree with you, Neil. Totally.
well, yeah, but Neil has cataracts. Just kidding. He doesn't really. I don't speak that over him either. Um, yeah, but anyway, it's fun. I like what you got going on here, Tiger. I think it's going to work out really well for you. So thanks, Yankee. I appreciate you, brother. Hope you're doing well.
Thank you. Thank you, Yankee. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it means a lot coming from you, brother. But so yeah, I think we're gonna start seeing some fun stuff. Oh, Yankee, you missed my my joke. Three turkeys were out there talking, and I know the IT world has permeated into the animal kingdom because they were like, Google, Google, Google. I think they were talking turkey. Yeah, dad jokes among us. Yes. So yeah, and again, Tiger, the fun thing about this is those labels, you can customize those labels. So you can make them round, you can change the color pattern behind them. So you can do, yeah, I know, face palm. I knew that was coming. You can do a lot more. Now go back and show Yankee's comment again.
Which
In
one?
the vertical mode, notice how it's up top in the upper left.
Oh, okay.
And the
I can
reason
barely
that
see 'cause the
presents
word
there
line
is it
covers it.
doesn't block chat.
Okay.
So be aware of that too,
Yeah,
because
I
sometimes
couldn't
depending upon
see
where
it
chat
except for
shows
the
up.
hand because the word live in the timer shows that.
Yeah, but again, in vertical mode, your chat's going to always be in the bottom.
Okay.
And so unless you manually move your chat upwards by designing it that way, but that way StreamYard always presents it away the opposite of where chat is. So it'll always show up opposite of where that chat window is.
So
That way your menus never block chat.
when I put a chat comment into the stream, it takes away in both vertical and horizontal mode the names.
And what's weird is yours shows Tiger Stacker and mine says at Frostbite Coins. I wonder if you're getting pushed. All of yours, did you notice that? All of yours have changed.
All of my what changed?
From the very beginning, you had names, or did you have at the whole time? No, you had at the whole time.
The only ad I see is in front of you.
Well, not in the StreamYard. It all says at Neil.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yours is the only one that will ever show your alias, and that's because it's your channel.
Okay.
Yeah, you get out of here. Hey, Neil, I went to a sushi bar, and along with me flew in a bee. You know how they greeted him? Wasabi. Anyway, he's like, enough with the dad jokes. But yeah, so that's it, Tiger. That we walk through both productions, yours and mine. How much easier it is for you to do this. Being cognizant of your structure and frame. Again, moving people back and forth. Changing screens, figure out the setups. So right now, what you're going to have to do is just determine what works best for you and for the audience, and then stick with it.
Yeah.
So,
Next
but I
time-
think we're good. I think you're ready to go.
Next time we do Stack Collector, it'd be good to try to do it this way.
We
got
can
it.
do that. Yeah.
I got a different question for you. Okay, so let's say you got a person in one of the two modes, horizontal or vertical, and they decide to switch to the other one, and they decide to put likes into both. Those likes don't get shared, do they?
No, and that's what I was talking about the very beginning of the stream.
Okay.
There are 3 different mechanical structures that are separate. Ad streams, totally different. Your ads in one, if you want to do ads on yours, I turn my ads on and I just tell my subscribers, look, I don't ask you for super chats. I don't ask you for memberships. but I'm going to ask you to just get through those items. If you don't want the ads, you have to super chat and stuff like that, because I have to have something to offset all the costs of production.
Okay.
I don't ask for, I make $200 a month. It doesn't even cover all of the subscriptions, software, equipment.
No,
So it's fine, right? I don't need that. I don't want people feeling obligated. The information that we give out is free, right?
understood.
Now, if people want to help, they help. But your ad streams are different. So your vertical mode is a different fundamental stream. Your watch hours are a fundamental different stream. And your chats come from a fundamentally different stream. The only reason your chat is showing up here is because StreamYard is pulling from both of your feeds,
Okay.
because your feed's coming from StreamYard. So it's reaching out and pulling those feeds back in. Otherwise, according to YouTube, they're totally separate. You're going to get two separate chat rates, not one.
Okay.
You're going to get two separate sets of data. You're going to get two separate screens of analytics. You're going to get two separate screens of watch time. You're going to get two separate screens of money, of your income you earned. Memberships are going to be all in one because it's just your channel. Subscribers are all in one because it's just your channel. But if you gain 5 subscribers from your vertical feed, you'll see those 5 subscribers in your vertical analytics. You won't see them in your horizontal.
Mhm.
So it'll tell you where you're getting subscribers from. It'll tell you where people are coming in and leaving at. It'll tell you the average duration and watch time, all of that stuff. But you'll have 2 separate screens to look at. Now, don't share those. And we've talked about the technical reasons for not sharing those screens.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can look at them after you go live and you can see that information there. So fundamentally, YouTube sees these as 2 separate entities.
Okay.
StreamYard's doing all the work that I had to manually do when I was doing mine.
Yeah. Hey, Ghost watching. Thank you for coming. So I see your point there.
So, and again, when you're, this is something, okay, let's do this. One in chat, if you can. If you can't, then don't worry about it. How many people are trying to gain monetization? If you're close to monetization, there's something very important that you need to understand about watch time and dual mode. That is, your vertical dual mode does not count towards that monetization because it falls under another category.
would that be falling under the short category?
Under your shorts, that counts towards your watch time, your view time, your duration. It plays into role for the people that pay for your advertisement on your shorts, not your shorts, but you know, the short feed.
Okay.
So there's a lot of different things that come into play. Your analytics on separate streams play into your funding, play into how much people bid for your airtime.
Okay.
So it's important to realize that they are separate.
Okay.
If you're trying to monetize, your focus really needs to be getting people from vertical to horizontal. So when you see people come in and you get 50 people in your vertical mode, it's like, hey, I'm going to be showing some silver. You might want to come over and check out the horizontal mode to get a better view of your picture. Or if you can, just rotate your phone sideways. Maybe it'll allow you to zoom in. Maybe it won't. But like Barbara or Elle or Amy, somebody earlier said, it doesn't allow me to do that in vertical mode. So I'm going to put this coin up here. If you want to zoom into it, then do me a favor. Go over to vertical mode, go into Tiger Stacker, go into live, click on horizontal mode, turn your phone sideways, and now you can zoom in to the coin. And people are like, oh, that's cool. That's a way to get people from vertical to horizontal. The more people you get into horizontal helps you with your hours.
It does. And I like your
So
other suggestion about turning on the advertisements because, like you, I don't push people for super chats or memberships. If they want to, it's great, but I don't push it.
right. So just remember, folks, if you're trying to get your monetization at 500 or 1,000, you need those hours. Okay. What's up, 210? You need those hours.
Thank you,
And
Tim.
those hours will only come from the horizontal mode. Now, if anybody's ever getting close and you want us to walk through the analytics, I will help you with your channel analytics, but we will not do it live. I can record a video with Tiger, but there are things that we have to cut out. There are things you cannot show. There are things that talk about stream key and all that stuff. There's a lot of security you have to be aware of when you're doing that. Never share that kind of stuff. Oh, see, look at this. Okay. Massive win in chat right now.
With Dennis,
Dennis said, I did not know that I could switch the horizontal video. Didn't know people could do this. So we just educated somebody into, hey, you can go back and forth to different ones when you stream like this. This is really good for the end user. This is exactly what it's for. So the cool thing about this is that if you're going to do this, again, Tiger, you have to make up your determination. Do you want to do this for everything you do? I
see your
say
point.
no.
I see your point, especially if I'm going to be doing things, for example, Citizens for Sound Money or Chris Pritt, um, uh, that type of thing. You know, when we have Stack Collector and we had Lynette Zhang, you know, I see what you're saying. That would be a strictly horizontal option.
Okay. Maybe, maybe not. Depends on your guest. So when you have a guest, let's say Lynette Zhang's coming on Zhang Enterprises, right? She's been on Stack Collector. She's been on Tigers a couple of times. One of Tiger's first teachers, right? So it's one of those somebody Tiger holds dear. Has a lot of people come in, check out the stream. They're identifying with that. You may opt to do vertical mode because you might get more people to watch it. But you have to weigh, am I worried more about watch hours? Or am I trying to get subscribers? Or am I simply trying to get the information into as many people's hands as possible, whether or not they subscribe? If it's pure information dissemination and you want to just get the information out there, stream in both.
Okay.
You'll have the biggest impact. Just understand that your vertical mode, your watch time is going to be minutes, 1, 2, 3 max. People in live mode don't usually watch for an hour. They scroll long before that happens.
Mm-hmm.
The moment something stops of interest to them, they're gone.
Okay.
Once people are vested in the horizontal mode, they're kind of with you. Most will stick around for 10, 15, 20 minutes. Maybe a little bit longer, but you'll capture people for longer. If you're really trying to get watch hours, you need to be streaming vertical only or horizontal only with a periodic vertical to get people to know that you're streaming horizontal. Don't do them both because you get a ton of viewers on your vertical. They'll only watch a couple minutes of your vertical and doesn't count towards your watch time. So you have to think about what your goals are, what you're trying to do, where you're at in the process. And then from that, you make that. Well, Mike, have a good one. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Mike. Thank you for coming. I got a question, Dennis. When you switched. Did you switch because of what I pinned in the vertical mode, or did you use a different way to switch? Because normally when I had to switch, I would come out of whatever mode I was in when I was watching you and go into the options you have with the live feed, and I just click the other one.
Yeah. So he did exactly what I suggested, which is the best way to do it. Go go to Tiger's main page, click on live. The 2 lives will be there. And then you choose which one you want to go into.
Okay.
That is the best way to do it. Doing the link is nice, but sending them to your main page, you're training them how to use your YouTube.
Okay.
You're teaching them how to go through it.
Okay.
And that's the best way to do it.
Hey,
Once
Joe.
people know that they can do that, they can implement that in other channels and find out if they're streaming live in vertical or horizontal. But you're basically teaching people how to use your channel.
That makes good sense.
Because you may not get notifications for both. I got notifications for both, but when you actually went live, I only got notification of the vertical.
Oh,
And so if I go to your page and click on live, I can find out that you're in both. I get to choose what format I go watch.
okay.
If I just click on the notification, I may just go into vertical mode. May not have an option. That link may not let me click it.
Okay.
And then I'd leave the channel because I'm not interested in watching it in horizontal or vertical mode. You know what I mean? So teach them always to go to the proper source and you're good.
Makes good sense.
So again, if anybody wants to learn more about this, if we want to do more, we can do this another time and just walk people through, how to set stuff up and answer questions. And we love doing that. But I don't really have anything else to add. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Well, I do want to introduce a subject for another live, not right now. I don't want to, spread this this butter too thin, but on a future live, what I'm planning on doing is having my subscribers and my members come to the live basically to help me help you. Basically, what do the subscribers and the members want? What do the members want for being members? More than what I do every 3 months, which is for level 1 membership, I give away an ounce of silver. For level 2, I give 2 ounces of silver. I want to see what it is that you all want from me, so that you can feel that your membership is more than just a chance to get silver, that you get something else that you find valuable that will be hopefully fun for all of us. Also, what videos you want to see me doing. I know I don't normally get a lot of views on my sciencey videos, and I realize that, but I do that for a different reason. It's the science is going to be evergreen, and if any of you ever want to know something about precious metals, for checking out why this test is good and that test is good, and what's the strengths and weaknesses, I do that for all of you to know what is available, and also for my grandsons when they get older. And you might not be interested in those sciencey videos right now, but someday in the future you might like, well, what about, and think, oh, Tiger did one on there, let me go find that and watch it. So I've done that for the purpose of leaving it for all of you, even though I realize I'm sacrificing the chance to have a video go viral. So I want that to be there for all of you, and I'll work on viral later. But if I get a sciencey thing in my head that I think is going to help everyone, I'll do that. Also, I wanted to go into asking the mods to work with me to put out requests for mod jobs, for lack of a better way of saying it, mod responsibility, because sometimes I can get seriously overwhelmed. Like with the last live stream I did, let's just say certain things happened and I was seriously overwhelmed, and a certain person felt a little ignored which was unintentional on my behalf because I was overwhelmed at the time. So, just kind of spread out the responsibility. Would So I want to try to cover those things in the future. So those are the things I'm thinking about doing on a future live stream with everyone. Once again, what do the subscribers want? What do the members want above a subscriber type of thing? What videos do you want to see, and mod responsibility? So that's that.
Yeah. So Neil, I will work on doing some history of Dahlonega Mint. Absolutely. I can do it Saturday. No problem. Dennis, yeah, email after this and give me your contact information. I will basically walk you through what we did with Tiger. I do this and I don't mind helping you out a little bit. It's always good to make connections in the community. So give you a quick little 1-2 introduction into what I just showed Tiger how to do. And I mean, he pretty much figured it out. It's really easy. And if you already use StreamYard, then you're 90% there.
Yeah. I got comfortable with StreamYard, which made me a little hesitant to cross over to Restream. I don't do change very well.
Yeah. The price is restrictive for me going back to StreamYard. And with all of the audio stuff, I don't know that they've resolved that. So I don't know that I would go back yet. But if you're brand new, like like Yankee said earlier, if you were brand new to this, then you definitely have the opportunity or the capability to start putting out nicer looking formats. And obviously OBS is better, but this is a definite improvement for StreamYard.
I would rather start learning OBS before I would rather start using Restream, because even though it's cheaper, Restream kind of is the same thing as StreamYard. I'd rather learn OBS for other things, which you and I've talked about.
You have a little bit more functionality and control in Restream than you do StreamYard.
Okay.
StreamYard or Restream, you could do this 6 months ago. This is a fairly new, maybe in a month, adoption by StreamYard. I don't think it's been around that long.
Okay.
They have added some new things. I mean, they added the chat feature 5-6 months ago. They've made little improvements here and there. They've added the opportunity to do format shaping of your side windows. So instead of your windows being blocks, you can turn them into ovals or circles or triangles or but again, you were able to do that in Restream, 6 months before that. So they're fundamentally the base thing. This format is way better than the Restream one, but you still have more control. So I will still use Restream over StreamYard while using Streamlabs OBS.
Understood.
And I might even get rid of both of those and just go to Zoom because Zoom isn't a memory hog like the other ones. It's simple. So I may change and just start doing Zoom instead and just say, screw the other ones. I don't think I'd do Teams. Teams wants too much control. So I wouldn't do Teams, but yeah, lots of opportunity. Now, you said you wanted to introduce a topic. What topic did you want to introduce?
What's that?
Oh, he had to step away. No worries. So do you guys have any questions? I don't really have much else as far as going over structure and setup and how to do both the live streams and setting this. Do you all have any questions? Please feel free to ask. I'll be more than happy to answer any of the questions you guys have. Or if there's something you want to see with Stack Collector, if there's a very specific topic, we can look at that and start doing some research and finding that out. We've got a couple more weeks before we drop the next one, but gives us time to do some research. So if there's a very specific topic regarding precious metals or bullion or the markets, or you want to see a guest don't necessarily know that we can get a guess that quickly, but just ask. Let us know.
I would love to have your counterfeit lady on Stack Collector.
The ACEF,
Yes.
the Anti-Counterfeiting Educational Foundation, a phenomenal program. Probably some of the most unsung heroes in the numismatic realm, because they work behind the scenes and a lot of people don't know who they are. I'm trying to do a lot to promote them, let people know, especially on my channel, because, you know, we have to protect ourselves against counterfeits. And it's, again, Stack Collector, silver, gold, numismatics, right? Platinum, palladium, osmium, whatever it might be. Know your sources, test your metals, test them often, and know the numismatic makeup of that particular coin, that mint mark. The more you know, the better you are. But you're not asking anyone to do anything with it. We're providing the network for you, right? So we definitely can do that. Dennis, if you want minting videos, if you're talking about like the minting process and what's happening, or are you talking about silver and gold pouring and stuff like that? Because I can do a lot of the historical stuff. Tiger's got a kiln. He's got the oven. He's got the furnaces. He could actually do one of those. Maybe that's something that we do in the future. Both. Yeah. Okay. So Tiger, we got some ideas.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And you know one of my projects that I've not told hardly anybody about, so that might fit in there, because I'm getting closer to another piece of hardware that I've wanted to get my hands on for that purpose. So
Neil said, get Aaron Burke on more. I'm actually trying to coordinate another conversation. We were thought about doing one, but there was a show that came up and he's like, okay, I can't do it. I won't be back in time. I think it was international or something, and we just never reconnected. And I'm trying to get Russ Bega back on as well to talk about the seated series. He's a seated expert. Loves the series. Christian Gobrecht is my favorite designer. And so trying to get him on. We do have, my crypto guy has said he's going to come on when we want to talk crypto. Make sure that we have good solid sources. Make sure that people that are talking about a topic actually know what they're talking about. Tiger and I have reassessed that on both of our channels. Make sure that we do that. So, but yeah, send in your ideas. But minting coins from both the minting process and then having you. Do you have your setup for your rounds? You haven't got your die set yet, right?
my dice.
Your die set.
X-nay on the dice.
Okay. Gotcha.
If I wish Mrs. Frosty was here, I could tell her nas gavarit potom. She would tell you what I mean.
She would say, shut up.
No. That would be more like stop gavarit. That's a more pleasant way to say that.
She's taught me some very unpleasant ways to say some things.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know what they all mean, but anyway.
Oh, if you want to see something really funny, early on when we moved to Charleston, we found a small community of Russian Ukrainian people. And the topic came up on a Christmas holiday. And they said, do you know any bad words? I said, yeah, more than I admit to. And basically, they would say, well, what do you know? And I told them certain things. They started howling with laughter because having an American speak bad words in Russian is funny for them. then there's this one phrase that I won't say even in Russian. And they said, well, do you know anything else? I said, yeah, well, this one's really bad. And they said, well, let us hear it. And I said it. Everybody burst into laughter. My wife's jaw hits the floor. Said, that's terrible thing to say. Not say that no more. So
Yeah, my wife asked me, she's like, well, if you want to know a question that you need to learn when you go over there, it's um well, that's basically, it's, are you married? It's going to be how you keep yourself out of trouble.
okay.
It's a bad joke, dude.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, like most of yours?
Most of my jokes, that is a fact. Well, cool. Well, hey, dude, I'm going to get off of the stream. I've got to prepare for tomorrow. I've got some things to get together. Say goodnight to the wife before she goes to bed,
Understood.
and then
Understood.
prepare for Turkey Day, which is in a couple days. I hope everybody has a safe and happy Turkey Day. And again, folks, I say this every stream around the holidays. If you drink or do something, please lose your keys. Uber's not that expensive. And if you live in and around San Antonio and you absolutely have to get home because you've drank too much, call me. I'll make sure we get you.
Uber is definitely less expensive than an ER visit, hospitalization, or funeral.
Or a DUI. Can't
That's
afford those things, And so again, make sure that you do that. Dennis, make sure you go over to Frostbite Coins and subscribe as well, if you don't mind. And then follow up with an email and we'll connect.
Yep.
Thanks for coming in. I
Subscribe to
appreciate
this
the
guy right
conversation.
here, or if you're on vertical, this guy right here. And if you haven't subscribed here, please do so. Hit the like, leave a comment. It will prevent YouTube from taking you out. So that would be really awesome. And help us build this channel, because you're coming up to what, 7,000?
Yeah, I'm at 6,676.
So let's get him to 7,000. My next little milestone will be 3,000, but I want to get to 5. So if you guys can help me get there, I'd really appreciate that. So, and please, like Frosty says, be safe on the holiday and watch out for the other drivers. They might not be sober.